Have you ever found yourself quietly pondering whether the woman who's caught your interest might feel a similar pull toward you? Perhaps you've noticed fleeting glances that seem to linger just a second too long, or caught the subtle sparkle in her eyes whenever your conversations drift into moments of laughter. Maybe she offers you a particular kind of smile, a smile that feels warmer, more personal, somehow distinct from the polite expressions we all wear in daily life. But how can you really be sure if what you're sensing is real? Is she genuinely interested in you, or are you simply reading too much into ordinary behavior? The truth is, when it comes to attraction, especially emotional and romantic interest, women often communicate in deeply nuanced, unspoken ways. It's not always about what they say aloud, but more often about what they express through their behaviors, their gestures, and their presence. In today's extended and heartfelt exploration, we're diving deep into the psychology behind female attraction. We're unpacking the nonverbal signals that women give off, consciously or not, when they're genuinely drawn to someone. And if you stick with me through to the very end of this video, you'll come away with a clear, intuitive understanding of how to read these signs, helping you navigate romantic possibilities with confidence and emotional clarity, without needing to ask directly. Let's begin with the first, and perhaps the most silently powerful form of human connection. Sign 1. Eye contact, the unspoken truth. Let's talk about eye contact, because in many ways, the eyes reveal more than the mouth ever could. Imagine this, you're chatting with her, and you notice she's looking at you, not just glancing, but really looking. Then, just as your eyes meet, she looks away quickly, almost shyly. This isn't a random occurrence. In fact, science supports the idea that eye contact plays a vital role in establishing emotional bonds and feelings of intimacy. When a woman locks eyes with you, especially repeatedly, it's a potential sign of emotional engagement. If her pupils seem to dilate during those moments, that's a physiological response triggered by interest and arousal, even if it's subtle. And when she momentarily breaks that eye contact, looking down or to the side, it might actually mean she's feeling exposed, vulnerable, or bashful, another indicator that she's affected by your presence. It's worth noting that many women have strong intuitive senses. Even if they don't vocalize their emotions outright, their eyes often reflect what words might hide. Those lingering glances, those brief stolen moments of connection, they're not just coincidences. They're emotional windows into how she feels when she's near you. Sign 2. Body language, actions that speak louder. Did you know that more than 90% of communication between people is non-verbal? That's right. Long before we ever open our mouths to speak, our bodies are already expressing emotions, preferences, and intentions. When a woman is interested in you, her body language becomes noticeably more open and inviting. She might angle her entire body toward you when you're speaking, lean in when you make a point, or sit in a relaxed posture that radiates comfort and attentiveness. Take note of small but significant gestures, like her playing with her hair, adjusting her blouse or necklace, or gently touching her own neck or collarbone. These aren't just nervous tics, they're often subconscious acts of self-enhancement, rooted in the instinct to appear more appealing in the presence of someone she likes. You may also find that she positions herself closer to you than is strictly necessary. If you're sitting at a group event or talking at a party, and she moves just a little closer than expected, or doesn't back away when you lean in, it's not just about hearing you better. It's about wanting to be in your space, to feel more connected, emotionally and physically. Subtle, yes, but incredibly revealing. Sign 3. Laughter, the sound of connection. Laughter is one of the most powerful emotional signals in human interaction. We laugh more freely and more often when we're around people we enjoy, and especially around those we're attracted to. When she laughs at your jokes, even the ones that you know aren't your best material, it might mean she's feeling emotionally attuned to you. She's signaling that she enjoys your company, finds you entertaining, and wants to encourage more interaction. Playful teasing, light sarcasm, or humorous banter are all signs of emotional openness. These exchanges are her way of lowering the defenses, creating rapport, and revealing a more authentic, playful part of herself. Laughter, in this way, is more than a reaction. It's an emotional offering. It's a form of shared joy that builds connection, strengthens trust, and deepens attraction. And when that laughter is accompanied by leaning closer, brushing against your shoulder, or making eye contact during a chuckle, the connection just got a whole lot more real. Sign 4. Mirroring, a deep subconscious alignment. Have you ever noticed her mimicking your gestures? Maybe she sips her drink after you sip yours. Or maybe she crosses her legs shortly after you adjust your posture. These aren't coincidences. This is known in psychology as the chameleon effect, and it's a powerful unconscious way that people communicate emotional alignment. When someone mirrors your body language, your energy, or even your speech patterns, it's often a sign they're emotionally and psychologically synced with you. If you're calm and relaxed, and she starts to mirror that energy, it suggests comfort. If you're animated and enthusiastic, and she mirrors that mood, she's not just matching your vibe, she's aligning with you emotionally and energetically. This form of mirroring is deeply rooted in how our brains are wired. Mirror neurons, the cells responsible for empathy and imitation, are activated when we observe others, especially people we're emotionally engaged with. So when she mirrors your movements or mood, it's like her body is saying, "I see you, I feel you, I want to connect." Sign 5. Subtle physical touch, creating chemistry. Perhaps one of the clearest, most compelling signs of attraction is touch. Not the obvious kind, but the small, gentle, and often fleeting touches that seem to happen almost by accident. A light tap on your shoulder, a brush of her fingers against your hand, a playful nudge when laughing at something you said. These aren't just physical acts, they're emotional bridges. They send a message that says, "I'm comfortable with you, I trust you, I want to be close to you." Touch is powerful. Even a slight touch can activate a cascade of neurological responses, releasing oxytocin, often called the love or bonding hormone, which enhances trust and emotional intimacy. If she's finding reasons to touch you, even in passing or small ways, it's not just physical, it's emotional. It means she's trying to build a deeper, more meaningful connection with you. And just as important, if she doesn't pull away or seems to welcome your touch in return, it's a mutual, powerful affirmation of interest. Sign 6. Lingering presence. She doesn't want it to end. Have you noticed that after the conversation seems over, she doesn't walk away? Maybe you've finished discussing the topic, maybe everyone else has moved on, but she stays close. She keeps chatting, keeps laughing, keeps being there. When a woman lingers after the main moment has passed, it's not random. It's intentional. It means she enjoys being around you and wants to extend the moment. Psychologists suggest that when we feel a genuine emotional connection, our instinct is to stay in that space, to delay the ending, to hold on to the warmth of that interaction just a little longer. Even if there's no pressing reason for her to remain, her choice to stay, whether by keeping the conversation going, holding your gaze, or simply staying close, is a powerful sign of interest. She's not just passing the time, she's choosing to spend it with you.